taking steps towards more effective fitness trackers, more physical activities. Well, most of you already know that if there is lot of scope in fitness, and as we are all in homes during COVID lockdown, so it will be very more uh, more like a necessary to everyone, and fitness is very necessary. I wanna say this, and due to which these fitness trackers are the sales is going crazy. That's why now there are some researchers and the scientists who uh, who are meeting or tracking their goals, so it will be achieved, and it will be achieved easily, of course, as now. So let's get dive into this, and let's see what's this what's in this article. As the popularity of fitness tracker has increased, so have the opportunity to use such devices to not only track fitness goals but also increase the motivation to meet those goals. Yes, I mean, every single time uh, we don't have motivation to do fitness, of course, because it is very time consuming and also hard working. So many of you don't want to go to gym or something like that, but it is a necessary for nowadays, and that's why this motivation is needed. So yes, researcher in the College of Engineering and the College of Health and Human Development at Penn State had have teamed up to use control system engineering tools to tailor motivational messages sent to individual device users. So, as in this, uh, the researcher from the College of Engineering and the College of Health, of course, have teamed up with Human Development in Penn State at Penn State, and now sending those motivational messages to individual device users, which which I think it's a great step towards fitness. So yeah, the result of their study were published today, October 7, in Health Psychology. Well, it's um, today is, I think, 10th, but now we are covering it. Never mind. Let's get into it. One of the really exciting advantage at last of the one of the really exciting advances of the last 15 years have been the advent of wearable and portable consumer technology that can be used to help promote physical activity, said David Conroy, professor of kinesiology and human development and family studies and co-principal investigator on the paper. You can get real-time feedback from these devices and monitor your goals, and you can even push people messages depending on what their goal are and what their behavior is. We know that those messages work well for improving behavior on average, but nobody is average, but and we don't know how to make sure each individual consistently gets the greatest benefit from a limited number of messages. Yes, of course, it is. Conrad said that the researcher had tried several strategies, including messages that are specific to certain population segments, messages based on recent behavior, for example, sending one of two different messages depending on if a user did or did not meet their goal the previous day, and customizing the message by putting in a person name or something they might like. So far, none of these approaches have proven to be consistently effective in improving the message effects. Okay. The new messaging approach developed by Conroy and Constantino Lagoa co-principal investigator and professor of electrical engineering, applies tools used regularly in control system engineering to behavior science. Okay. Essentially, we are using the same mathematical tool that people in control engineering usually use to model behaviors as differential equation, like you said. So it's basically on the previous study only. I mean, in a traditional way. So that's good. We are using those models to design feedback controller that took into account the current state of the person, and together with the model decide what is the best time to send the message. So yes, yeah, yeah. Conroy emphasized that establishing the correct dosing, meaning the type of message and its timing, frequency, and context, is a critical part of this approach. To this approach, great. We are really prioritizing understanding the dosing so that we are only send the right message at the right time and in the right context so people get the benefit that they are looking for. He said, we don't want to disrupt them without them getting the payoff that they are looking for. Yes. The researcher referred to this individual approach or as precision behavioral medicine. This is one of the first studies that was able to leverage data collected from each individual and zoom in on his on her personal response, Lewis said. Nice. One of the main example of how the researcher personalized the message was by considering the weather in the area of the user, noticing that certain messages were more effective for certain individual on rainy days, hot days, and so on. Great initiative. The researcher acknowledged the potential concern people may have about trading privacy for personalization, but said that the automation means that the data can be used and then discarded as opposed to stored, and the location setting only needed to commercialize users would able to adjust their setting to select how much information to share, and they plan on conducting more research before applying their approach to a larger populations, right? We are establishing here in there a new tool there is a new tool to use with an established problem. Conroy said, our next project will focus on establishing efficiency. Does this work better than sending message at random or not sending message at all? But once we establish efficiency efficiency, I would imagine that it did be very attractive to device manufacturer to consider this kind of approach. Yes. Other author of the paper include Sahar Hojjatinia, a former electrical engineering graduate student currently at advanced safety and user experience. Sahar Hojjatinia, an electrical engineering graduate student, and Deborah Brunke-Reese, research project manager for the motivation lab in the College of Health and Human Development. Sure. So basically, it's kind of approach in which they are ready to in kind of approach in which the person is able to this company is able to, or the manufacturing company is able to provide messages at the right time at the right point through which the person gets motivated to the fitness, which is a great initiative, I think. So yes,